Hey, what's up? It's Jeff. This is Burnout Bikes, which came out today. It's a free update for Burnout Paradise. I thought we would walk you through some of it since it's kind of cool and kind of free. You get 2 bikes at the start. There are 4 bikes in all. You have to unlock the other 2, I guess. And they give you 2 bikes. This FV1100, which not really my kind of bike, and the Firehawk V4, which looks faster to me. So I think we're gonna go with the Firehawk here. You can choose a dude or a lady for your bike. This is a lady, a little more unzipped than the guy, which I guess that's okay, as you'd expect out of a lady riding a motorcycle. Tight pants. Let's race. And as you can see, nighttime has come to the game. We have it locked at midnight right now. There's a few different options you have for setting the time. You can set it to have a full day scale by in 24 minutes or 2 hours, or match to your local time, or not match to your local time, but still have a 24-hour cycle, which is kind of cool. They give you a lot of options for that stuff. That bus almost totally killed me. Bikes don't have any boost, and it seems sort of like they don't really need boost because they're already super fast. There's a race back there. Let's see what that's about. Head back to this event here. This is a midnight ride, which is a new race type for offline games.
You are here. The clock is ticking.
And as you can see, it's a checkpoint race. So they want me in a little over a minute to go through these 6 checkpoints. Let's see if I can do that. I'm actually going to take a wild guess and say no, because a minute seems like a pretty short time. We'll see. So, just like the, oh geez, well now I'm really not going to make it. Just like the online game, when you can set up checkpoints, it just points you at them on the radar here and kind of tells you where to go, and that's checkpoint, it'll turn, and oh, I totally didn't hit that car. This game's lying. Get these checkpoints and make the turn. Okay, is this actually? Oh, that was not the last checkpoint. All right, well, we are not going to win this race, people, but that's how the midnight rides work. There's my biking lady. Loser. So since it's midnight, there's not as much traffic on the road, which is kind of cool. They split up the road rules into daytime and nighttime to kind of account for that. And also on bikes, you can pop wheelies just by kind of pulling back on the stick here. And there are actually some Paradise Awards for doing some long-ass wheelies, which is interesting because this is the 360 version of the game, which did not have Paradise Awards before. That was something that they used to kind of put the achievements into the PS3 version of the game when they didn't have trophies. And in lieu of adding a bunch of achievements for the bike stuff, they've just brought the bike-related achievements over as these new awards. So I think there's 20 of those for the bikes. And let's jump off this parking garage and kind of see how this bike can handle flying. Which one's going to be the biggest to jump? Probably this one, right? Okay, yeah, let's take that one. Not the cleanest way to take that jump. That's all right. The bikes seem pretty, resilient. I mean, they'll definitely crash if you tap anything. Well, no, they tapped the car right there and made it. But yeah, head-on collisions, bike's not so good at that. If I sideswipe a van. Seems like it's okay. It's interesting, without the boost part of the game, there's no real reason to drive dangerously anymore. So you don't have to drive in oncoming traffic or stay in other lanes, which is kind of interesting. So you see I beat a night road rule. All right, let's take it to daytime here and see the transition, because it's pretty crazy. It like fast forwards. Let's go from midnight to midday. Whoosh! Daytime! That's pretty cool. So there are still these midnight rides in the game, but I guess you can't take them during the day. As you can see, there is more traffic on the roads now as well. Yeah, these bikes go fast. There is no showtime mode on bikes, obviously, because the way they handle the crashes, you know, the rider pretty much disappears immediately, and the bikes don't really get too mangled up because, well, I guess, you know, it's never really been what Burnout's been about. I mean, I think this is actually the first time humans have ever even appeared in a Burnout game. It's not about mangling bodies, it's about, you know, being rated E10. So when I go like this, the lady's gone. In fact, they don't even really spend a lot of time showing the bike, which, you know, if you're the sort of bloodthirsty guy that wants to see mangled bodies and bikes, could be disappointing. Let's jump online and see if we can get into a game. Let's see if we can get into any of these free burn challenges. Of course, you know, we're kind of at the whim of people running the game. If you played a lot of Burnout, you know all too well about joining a bunch of random games and trying to get free burn challenges done and how that's not bloody likely. Okay, these guys are doing free burn challenges, so hopefully when they're finished with this one, maybe we can get in on one. So I guess they've added 70 new free burn challenges, many of those for the bikes. And it's broken up in a similar fashion where there are challenges for 2 players, 3 players, 4, all the way up to 8. I think there's some interesting stuff they could probably do with like bikes and cars in the same game if they wanted to. You know, just set up a bunch of cars and have a bike jump over them. Different stuff like that. That's one of the. There's new road rules, new challenges for new today's best stuff, like wheelies. So it keeps track of the longest wheelie in a session. Let's see if I can beat that. Get a good long wheelie going here. Oh yeah. I better set it down. Okay. Yep. So there you go. Set the wheelie record. There's no real balance involved in doing wheelies. It's not like you have to push the stick back just a little bit to keep from dumping over. You can just kind of slam it back all the way and you'll pop a fat wheelie until you crash. And I think that's about going to do it for Burnout Bikes. Let's leave this game so we can see if we can get another like daytime to nighttime transition. Ooh. Nighttime, daytime. That's pretty cool. They should just have a mode where you can just do that nonstop. Just have time move stupid fast. That'd look cool. All right, see ya.